Hello, and welcome to the Bankers Tech Talk video series looking at all things fintech. We've been going now for about 6 years, and you can watch all previous episodes on thebanker.com/tech talks. I'm Joy Macknight, editor of The Banker, and I'm joined this week by Judith Erwin, who is president and CEO of Grasshopper Bank, which is a US digital commercial bank. Thanks so much for joining me, Judith.
Thank you, Joy.
So my first question is really around, why did you launch Grasshopper Bank and how does it serve the innovation economy?
Well, I'm a lifetime banker and I've been a part of teams starting banks before, but this was a unique opportunity to take a life's experience and use those experiences to make changes in banking. Banking's been good to me, and I felt a need to, contribute back. The innovation ecosystem is something near and dear to my heart. I've been starting out in Silicon Valley, then moving to New York. It's surrounded me most of my banking career.
Excellent. So how does Grasshopper Bank differentiate itself from other neobanks?
Well, we are a full-fledged bank, OCC licensed, FDIC insured, and we have direct access to all the payment systems. We give the traditional products around checking, savings, and the ability to provide that reporting back. Most of the neobanks are, certainly going after niche audiences and doing a pretty good job, but they only have half of the revenue levers available to them, and they don't often provide the traditional business services that you need in the United States, things like wire transfers. Some of the neobanks cannot do wire transfers. I also think that people who are attracted to Grasshopper want the technology improvement, but still want a human to be available to talk to them. And I think that's the biggest significant difference.
Okay. And obviously over the past year, everything has been all about COVID-19 and the pandemic. Were there any specific products and services that Grasshopper Bank launched for its clients during this time?
We did largely around the economics of a banking account. So we have free banking for life during COVID. So if you open an account as a business and you maintain 50.1% of your balances with us, you will never pay bank transaction fees. Certainly there'll be overdrafts and those no things, but all the rest of the services, wires, ACH, mobile deposit capture, we will not charge for those. And we can do that because the technology that we use has driven the cost of banking down. And the easiest example I can give is most banks charge $25+ for a wire transfer. I've seen it as high as 75. Right now, we're actually not charging for transfers, but once we are past COVID, it cost me $1 to do a wire transfer. So I intend fully to share that cost savings with our clients.
And I read recently that you opened another physical office. And this is at a time when a lot of banks are really shutting down their whole, well, not their whole branch network, but a lot of their branches. What do you think is the future for branches?
I am not a believer today in branches. However, as a commercial bank, you need one viable geographic location. And with COVID, our office sitting at 21st and Broadway in Manhattan, really, we decided from a disaster recovery and from a safety and soundness perspective, we should have one physical location elsewhere, really for the grasshoppers, because we're in the cloud. So our infrastructure does not need a location, but our humans do, and so do our clients. So we actually have a number of employees in North Carolina, and that's where we decided to open that second office. But that's it. There's really no need for us to do much beyond that.
Now, my last question is about diversity across the industry, especially in fintech. There's been a lot of discussion around how to increase diversity. What is your take on that?
Well, it's funny, it was one of the factors in me want in myself, Judith Erwin, being involved with the new bank, is that it did get old to be the only woman in the room, and I look at my ecosystem as including the technology side, which, as we know, has real trouble with diversity. So one of my goals was to show people that it's really not hard. You don't have to do anything special other than have a network that's inclusive yourself. And all you need to do is hire people of diverse backgrounds, heritages, cultures, as in the very beginning, so that when you hire, it's a natural it's a natural outgrowth of that.
Well, thank you so much for your insights, Judith.
Thank you so much, Joy. Talk soon.